WerewolfLydia here, and welcome back to a new flea market haul video on my channel. So this is actually the second part of episode 70, if I am correct, and not that long ago I uploaded the first part of this video in which I showed you the haul of like half of April and the month of May. And in that first part I showed you guys the plushies, the dolls, and basically doll related stuff that I got from the flea market, and there was quite a lot of things. That's why I had to separate this flea market haul episode into two videos or two parts. And this is the second part in which, as I promised you guys, I show you all the action figures and you know, figurine related things. Now, before I get into the more important or more cooler stuff that I want to show in the video and talk about them, as usual, I will show you some pictures on the screen and you can see them now. And these are basically the smaller bits and pieces that I don't want to really bore you guys with. And there is a lot of them, so it would just take forever to show every single piece and, you know, talk about them individually. But there are a lot of cool stuff, you know, from interactive things to cute little collectibles, stuff that I don't know, I just thought that I should pick up or you know, found in little bags and whatnot. There are some like Hamtaro figurines over there which I was really excited to find. I think those are super cute, and there is quite a few of them, and you know, other bits and pieces. And now back to the video. So I don't know what to start with. I have a few like mythological creatures and dinosaurs, so I guess I could start with those. Now first off, I actually picked up like a larger bag which like had a bunch of sea related some of the stuff is falling off from the bed where I'm recording this. Sorry about that, guys. So I picked up this bag with a bunch of sea related figurines inside, like fish, and there were some like little mermaid figurines in there, and clams, and you know, just overall sea related things. And you saw probably on the pictures as well, I found some little mermaids inside. Those were made by Moose Toys. I haven't seen those before, but I really like them. I think they're super cute. But why I picked up that bag is, well, it was mostly because I found some larger and really beautiful mermaid figurines, and these were made by ELC, and which is a not like a most popular company when it comes with you know, comes to like lifelike figurines and creatures and whatnot. But these are really gorgeous, and that's coming from me, who is like not a big fan of mermaids. But I found these gorgeous, and that's why I picked up the whole bag. You know, because they were selling, so the seller did not want to sell these like separately from the bag, so that's why I had to pick up the whole thing. But I don't mind, because it was like $4 for the whole thing, and a lot of stuff were in there that I could use. But yeah, so back to the mermaids. I think some of them are missing stuff because they were supposed to, like, they have like holes on the bottom, and they were supposed to sit on stuff like probably like larger clams or I don't know, something. And they are shaped like that. But there is this one that's like yellow, and she's like a blonde, so with yellow tail. There's this really beautiful one. She's looking at herself in like a clam, like in a mirror or something like that. And this one has like a purple tail. This one also has a purple tail, but the end of the tail is like blue, and she's like laying down, and she's also like blonde. And the last one, I think this one is my favorite, purple tail, and she's like a redhead, and I don't know, she's making some music with one of these cone-like, cone-shaped clams, or whatever you want to call that. So yeah, these four were in that bag, and I saw that there are like more of these out there. There were more produced, so I will keep my eyes open and maybe hopefully find some more of these, because I really like them, and I think I could, you know, now that summertime is here, whenever I get the chance to go next to a next to a river or something, I could potentially do like a beautiful photo with them. Now, since we are talking about mythological creatures, I have found one from Schleich, and this is a beautiful hybrid, because as you can see, this is a horse, but it's also like a unicorn and a Pegasus too, in beautiful rainbow colored wings and glittery mane and tail, golden hooves, and it's in amazing condition, so no problems with it, and I was just really happy to add it to my collection. Until now I never owned a Uni Pegasus, not sure what these are called officially. I only have like Pegasus and more unicorns, but not like a hybrid of both, so I think it's a pretty fun idea, in my opinion. Another mythological creature that I was really happy to find and excited about. This is also was made by Schleich, and this is like a fire dragon, and I think it looks amazing. Again, in great shape, no problems, no flaws. Although I can see a little bit of a his wings is like a little bit, there's like a split in it. I don't know how that happened. Maybe during transition as I was carrying it home, or maybe I just didn't see it over there, or maybe it just broke while I was storing it here at home. So I have to somehow glue that back there. I only now I noticed that, so I guess there is a teeny tiny bit of flaw, but nothing too serious, thankfully. So yeah, this guy is absolutely amazing. I love it, and I'm really happy to add it to my pretty huge dragons collection over there in the back. And that's about it for mythological creatures, but I did find some dinosaurs as well. You know, I love collecting dinos. So first off, we have one from Chop May, which is, you know, a not the best quality items, but I always love to pick up Chop May mythological creatures and dinosaurs too, because I really love how fun they are, and I really love the colors on these. Now this one isn't as funky colored as most of them, but it still has like some pink in it. And this is a Therizinosaurus, if I am correct, by the name. You know, the one that has like these huge claws. Now, I really wish I could find one of these in, you know, like Schleich or Collecta or Papo or something like that, because that will look more lifelike and more cooler. But I still pick this one up because I think it's pretty cool. He has like a button in the back, and you can kind of see his arms moving, but I think the part or the piece inside that was supposed to move the arms is broken, because I do think his arms weren't supposed to go like flimsy like this. So yeah, otherwise he is in good shape, so I'm happy about him. Now the other ones are more normal, I guess, normal colored and more better quality figurines. So we first have here a I'm not going to say a baby T-Rex. It's like, it says on the internet it's juvenile, so it's like a kid, not yet adult T-Rex. And this is by Schleich, if I'm correct. Yes, it is a Schleich figurine, and you can open and close his mouth, which is pretty awesome. I have a adult T-Rex from Papo, I think, so this one could go with that one as well. In size and, you know, scale and whatnot, it doesn't really have a big difference from Schleich, so I could again go out and take some cool photos with these, because I just really love to take photos of dinos as well as like mythological creatures. It's just really fun and pretty easy to work with them, because since they are not like super articulated, you can just, you know, place them and take the photos. And the last dino that I found is from Safari Ltd, which is a company that I really love, and I started collecting the mythological creatures from Safari a long time ago. That was like the first company that I ever bought these type of figurines from. But the Safari figurines aren't as common on the flea market as like Schleich or the other companies that I mentioned, which is interesting. I don't know why. And this is a Chronosaurus, it says so on the bottom, and it's pretty old too because it's from 96, and it's one of the water dinosaurs, which I am again really excited because if I get to go to a place like next to a river and bring my mermaids, I will also bring this one and make some cool photos. And as you can see, it's a pretty large piece as well. It's super cool and it's in great shape too, considering how old it is. So I'm happy, I was happy to find him. And last but not least, this is like a prehistorical creature, more like, because I was able to find another one of the woolly mammoths. Now I already own one from, I don't know which company, but this is a different one because this is also from Safari Ltd, and it's from 2002. Yes, and he is, as you can see, in great shape. I don't see any flaws with him. The paint job still looks really good on him, so hopefully maybe in the winter time I will be able to take some photos with him. We'll see how much snow we will have this winter, because last winter was just garbage. We didn't have like any snow to work with, unfortunately, because I did want to take some photos outside, but I wasn't able to. Now moving on to a more bit of a like fantasy, let's call it. Well, you know, mythological creatures are still fantasy, but you know, cartoon related figurines. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, guys, I always loved those and love to collect them. I have found a Raphael, and as you can see, this one is a bigger one, and this is from the 2012 version. Not sure what the line was called, but these are the talking, or one of the talking turtles. He has seen better days. As you can see, the legs are quite flimsy, but he is working, which is the most important part. Now I wanted to mention that I did take out the batteries from him, because he is going in storage. Unfortunately, I don't have free space to display him, but trust me, he is working and he is talking. Just like my other turtles from this collection, I do have Leo and Don, so I still need Mikey to be able to complete the 4 brothers, but I'm happy to have him. Another TMNT figurine from the 2012 series, it's a mini of Dog Pound. Until now I think I had the minis of the 4 turtles and Shredder. Now I have Dog Pound as well. Hopefully I will be able to find the other ones, especially, you know, Master Splinter. And last but not least, TMNT. I'm not going to say my first ever figurine from the 2018 collection, but because I previously found some of the baddies from that line, but this is my first ever turtle from the 2018 collection, and it is my favorite turtle, Donatello. So now at least I have one of the turtles, and hopefully now that some time has passed since the debut of these 2018 turtles, which is, by the way, I don't really like the series, but you know, since it's TMNT, I'm trying to collect them. Hopefully I will be able to find the other brothers and, you know, some of the figurines to at least have in my collection. Otherwise, the figurine itself is really nicely articulated and looks nice to you. It's just not my favorite adaptation of TMNT. Now some other figurines that I wanted to show you guys. So I found one more, and I'm actually really happy about this one. One more from the vintage biker mice from Mars. And honestly, I don't really know the name of the characters because I never really watched this show. It's just that I randomly sometimes find these, and some of the characters, and he has quite some yellowing on the front of his suit or armor, whatever you want to call it, because on the back it's still white. I will try to fix that eventually, but yeah, this is one of the characters, the one that has like a mechanical arm. I have the other mouse from the gang, which is, I think his name is Vinny, and I have actually two versions of him. So now I have this guy, and I still need the, you know, the leader, to be able to have at least one of each mouse. But I'm always keeping my eyes open to hopefully find more of these. But sometimes I do see them, but when the sellers are asking too much for them, I just leave them, because I'm not like a huge fan or collector of this series, since I don't really know them. I just, you know, randomly pick up one or two when they are cheap. And this one was like $2, so I just thought that, you know, I'm going to pick him up to be able to try and complete at least the main three mice. Another interesting find, in my opinion, is this, I'm going to call it an anime character, because it's from Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I saw it, I knew that it seemed familiar to me, at least the face and you know, the style of the figurine. And yes, it's from Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't know the name of the character, and it's from one of the later series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I never really watched. So I don't know, I just picked him up. I may eventually sell him. I'm more looking forward, or more looking for trying to find the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters, like Yugi and Joey and the other ones, and characters from GX would be great, especially Chaz, because he was always my favorite. I'm sorry if I'm saying the names in English, but I saw the series in a English translation and in Hungarian too. So I'm more interested in those, and of course the card monsters in figurine form, because those are always amazing. But I just picked him up because, I don't know, he was cheap, and for now I'm keeping him. By the way, he is a articulated figurine, and since, considering that he has like a motorcycle helmet on, I'm guessing he originally came with a motorcycle, which I didn't find, but you know. And last but not least, a really cool figurine that I just randomly saw, and I thought that it was amazing, and I just picked it up because I didn't really care from what it's from. It's just, it fits perfectly into my glass cabinet behind me, where I keep my horror related or horror kind of figurines. It's this giant, kind of like a Scorpio type of bug, and it's in great shape. It looks amazing. It's no surprise really, because it was released in like 3 years ago, 2020. So yeah, and later on I found out that it's from like a line called Star Troopers. I never really heard of those. I heard of Starship Troopers, but not Star Troopers. It could be like a copy version of that, or like a revival. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this series. All I know that it was just this is like basically like an alien bug race, and probably the humans are fighting against them. And there are more of these alien bugs out there from what I saw online, so I want to probably hunt those down as well. I don't really care about the human characters, I just want the bugs because I think they are pretty cool. And the only thing you can move on this figurine, by the way, is these two front arm things. But it looks just really cool, and I really like it. It will fit into my collection perfectly, in my opinion. Now, last but not least, two more things that aren't like really figurines, but you know, I just thought that I should include these over here. First off, I actually bought this from for my mom, because you know, she is a fan of cats. She also owns a cat, and I just saw this. I immediately remembered like seeing videos of it on the internet, and it's this little box shaped like a shipping box type of box, if it makes any sense. And this is actually like a what's it called, like a money bank, piggy bank. It's basically a piggy bank, but it's not like an actual pig. You know what I'm talking about. And the fun part is, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw these on like in videos on the internet. It's not like a brand new thing, but this is the first time that I ever saw one of these. These weren't like available in the shops over here or anything. As you can see, it has this like a dead fish on a plate, and you are supposed to put the little coin over here that you want to store in your piggy bank, and you have to push this little button down with the coin and just let the magic happen. And I will show you guys how it works. So you push it down, and there's inside the box there is a little cat, and you know, it reaches out and grabs the coin and pulls it inside the box. And of course after that there is a hole on the bottom of this box, and you can actually take out the coins if you wanted to. But I just think that it is such a fun way to, you know, store money, and you know, just to save up, I guess. It's just really fun. And you know, instead of just putting in a piggy bank and that's that, you actually get to see the little cat and pull it as he pulls the coin in. Now I wanted to mention that I saw that this was working when I picked it up at the flea market, which is I probably wouldn't have picked it up if I didn't see it working, but it was. But the problem with this was that inside I had to like take the whole thing apart, because inside it was full of slime. So unfortunately the previous owner put slime in this, and that was kind of causing a problem of you know, the little coins that you would put inside, those got stuck, and then the little kitty wasn't like working properly, and there was like also a coin stuck next to his head in the back. So yeah, I just had to take the whole thing apart, clean it as best as I could, and then put it back together, and now it's working properly. So unfortunately some kids kind of like to destroy their own stuff, but yeah, I'm glad that I was able to clean it properly and make it work. And you know, last but not least, the other items that I was talking about are actually like holiday themed items, which is weird to pick them up now and weird to find them now, but that's just how the flea market works. So I was able to find a Halloween decoration, which is this gravestone, and it's made out of a kind of like a type of cardboard that's like multiple cardboards like squished together. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it has like a specific name, I just don't know what's it called. And it looks really amazing. I mean, it has this skull and bones, and it says RIP on it, and it's just, you know, painted probably with acrylics or something like that, but it looks really, really good. And I don't know, I may use it for pictures because it's like a perfect size for put it next to figurines or dolls, or you know, just use it for a diorama, use it as a Halloween decoration, whatever you want to. And the other item or items are Christmas decorations. And these are these two little mice. As you can see, it's the same but in different color. Of course, these are for hanging up on the Christmas tree. I have to put some thread on them or something, and probably like more like ribbon to make it a little bit fancier. And I really like these. Last year I have actually found two more of these, and these are quite old. They were made in China, of course, but they are quite old. I think they were made in the 90s, and they have this really like strong and thick plastic. So it's just something, it like feels different than what we are able to find today in stores whenever Christmas comes around, and I really like it. The two other ones that I found last year, they were in they aren't in the best shape, so these are in way better shape than those were, but those are in like different positions, and one of them is green and the other one is pink, if I remember correctly. So yes, they are related, they are probably from the same set or same collection, but I'm happy to own now 4 of these mice, and maybe hopefully find more of them, like different positions, different colors, I don't know. I just like to pick these up. So yeah, that's the holiday edition part of the flea market haul. And yeah, that's about it for this flea market haul. So episode 70, that's the end of it. Yeah, quite a big haul, even though it does not seem like it. From what you saw on the photos, you can guess how many things I have found, and I'm just really happy overall, because I really like all the items, and just really always really excited to find new stuff that I didn't know about, like this bug alien thing, which is just immediately like I was attracted to it because it's so weird and cool looking, exactly my type of figurine. And yeah, so I'm not going to bore you guys anymore. And I will have to turn off the comments for this video, unfortunately, because of YouTube policies. But if you want to comment or say anything about the stuff that I found, if you have any ideas, I don't know, any suggestions for future videos, I don't know, then you can leave a comment on my Facebook page under this video over there, because I'm always posting my videos over there too. You can get notifications over there. The link will appear on the screen, and you can go ahead and like and follow my page if you haven't done that yet. And also please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like my video, and subscribe if you want to see more flea market haul videos coming up for the month of June and after that. And also I do other kind of toy and door reviews as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!